This right here is a fully functioning CRM system in which I 100% vibe coded by using Claude Code in just a few minutes. So this is a fully functioning web app with contacts, and it has dashboards and companies and analytics and all that you would expect from a CRM system. This is just a basic example with some context and some data added in here, but you really can take this as far as you'd like. For example, this right here is another CRM system that I 100% vibe coded. I didn't put a line of code into this myself. And the amount of features that we've baked into this is pretty incredible. We've got contacts, we've got a lead pipeline, we've got our own Calendly replacement, we've got meetings that connects into our note-taking, AI note-taking system, we've got our own analytics, time tracking, opportunities, voice agent conversations, our own workflow systems, pretty in-depth and detailed contact pages here with notes, meetings, emails, really tracking as much as we wanted. So the point of building the system is to replace tools like GoHighLevel, replace tools like HubSpot, which you might be spending hundreds of dollars a month using. And so we can now completely cancel those subscriptions and just start using a system like this, in which is obviously not only going to save you money, but also be a way better product. This CRM system that we've been using for literally 6 months internally is literally way better than any tool that I've ever paid for. And this is simply because I can tell it exactly what I'm looking for. I understand the system completely, and making any changes or updates takes just a few minutes. So for this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to do this and how you can do it as well in just a few minutes. And to top it all off, I'm going to be open sourcing this entire CRM system on GitHub. So if you want to completely just take the CRM system that I've built, clone it on your end to start using and modifying yourself, I'm going to link this GitHub project to this CRM system within my free Skool community linked in the description. So all you need to do is just join the free community. You'll see the classroom content for this video specifically. You can then just take this GitHub repo link and then clone it. You can then just give this link to your own Claude Code and it will go ahead and figure out how to install it and get it up and running for you. So that will certainly be the easiest way to get this thing up and running, but I definitely do recommend you having a fundamental understanding as to exactly how this system works. So when you do get it set up or when issues occur in the future, you know exactly what to do. So getting started, this right here is Visual Studio Code. If you're brand new to Claude Code, I would recommend going ahead and watching a beginner's video to Claude Code right before this. And to make things super easy to understand, this right here is just an architecture diagram that I got Claude Code to create based on the project that I built. So essentially the way that this system works is that we are currently using Claude Code, of course. Claude Code will write all of the code for us. Obviously, we're not doing any coding. It is doing all the coding ourselves. We just tell it in plain English what we're looking for. So this will write all of that code and send it over to a platform called GitHub. So this is GitHub. You can think of GitHub as just a storage place for code. And then GitHub is going to automatically deploy this over to a tool called Railway. You can see the yellow box here has Railway at the top, and this is where our web app as well as the database is stored. So if you've built anything using Claude Code before, maybe a simple website or landing page, you may not have seen or used Railway before. Essentially, what Railway helps us out with is actually deploying the proper web application, as well as, more importantly, the database alongside it as well. So if you have used anything like GitHub Pages or Vercel, these are also hosting tools that allow us to get the application on the internet for other people to use live. But essentially, these tools do not come with databases or really just the proper setup when it comes to building out proper web applications. And for a CRM, of course, there are going to be lots of databases storing contacts, companies, all the different types of data that you'd want to store. You need to have a proper setup, and Railway is just what I'm using for that. So this is pretty much the entire setup. We've got Claude Code sending to GitHub, and then GitHub going ahead and storing it on the Railway system. Now, all of this is pretty well interconnected, but Claude Code is connected into GitHub, and Claude Code is also connected into Railway. So it has a complete amount of context as to everything that's going on. So once again, you do not need to be technical at all to get this thing set up. And then when it comes to the user, of course, very simplified, but ultimately the user can just visit the Railway app. Once again, Railway is what is going to be hosting this on the internet. If we want to connect this to a custom domain, you would go ahead and connect that domain to Railway. You'd then be able to visit that domain, and that was then going to give you the application. And so that is what this URL at the top here. This is just a demo URL that Railway gave us for the initial application. So that is pretty much it. Once again, if you want to get access to this entire MD file, I'll have this also within my free Skool community for you to get access to. If you'd like, you can just give this claude.md file off to your own Claude Code to go ahead and build the system for you. And the benefit of just uploading a file like this is going to be a lot less stress on your own Claude Code to figure out what to build. It knows exactly what to build and just going to go through and follow these instructions. So it can help save you some tokens. It's not going to be figuring out what it needs to build. And so that means you'll just save a bit of money. Scrolling down a little bit further here, you can just see some more details into the exact setup instructions and setup process for exactly what we have running here. Once again, don't get overwhelmed by this at all. You can just upload this to Claude Code, ask it any questions that you need. For the most part, this is going to get set up mostly automatically. So before I jump into Visual Studio Code and just showcase exactly how I got this system up and running right now, I'll just do a quick demo so you can see exactly how it works and if it works at all. So very high level, this is a pretty basic interface. Obviously, I didn't do anything too fancy. If you wanted to obviously continue to add to this to make it and style it exactly how you like, that is very, very easy. You just tell it to update the colors and update the design. You could even use the front end design skill, which I talked about in a previous video. And you can make it as fancy looking as you like. But if you're just looking for pure functionality, obviously something like this would be perfectly fine. So just to prove that it is a web app and we're able to click around, I can click view all right here for the contacts. It's going to take me to a contacts page right here. I can scroll through all of this data right here and just have a look at all of the contacts that have been added into the system. Once again, it's incredibly basic right here if I want to update some of the details related to this contact. If you did want to do an import of existing contacts from HubSpot or GoHighLevel or something like that, this is something that we did quite a long time ago when building out our own internal CRM system. And it honestly is incredibly easy to do. Essentially what I would do is just export it from HubSpot or GHL. You can just Google how to do that. And then when you're building out the CRM system via Claude Code, you can essentially just upload that file, that CSV file, to your Claude Code instance and tell it to import that into your system. Otherwise, if you wanted to, you could tell it to build an import button as well. But it is probably easiest just to give it the file so it understands exactly how it's structured and then just does all the uploading itself. So once again, not a whole lot going on here. Pretty much just a glorified CSV file with the contacts, and then the companies as well is also just a bit of store of data. Got the analytics tab here as well, which is a little bit more advanced, which is just referencing some of the data with the contacts and companies and just outputting that data in a few different ways. Once again, everything in here is just mock data. Nothing is live or connected into any real booking systems or anything like that. But once again, Claude is writing the code here. So if you ever wanted to build an extra feature, it is incredibly easy to do that. Just tell it to build that feature and it will pretty much just work as much as it needs to get that thing built for you. So once again, I won't dive too deep into building out a fully functioning CRM system with a ton of features, just like the one right here. Essentially, this has taken me quite a while to build, but I wouldn't say that this is an entire CRM system that you would build in about 5 minutes. For all the basic stuff, no doubt about it, you could build it pretty quickly. But I would say a lot of the features for this CRM system that we now use has mostly just come from using it and figuring out that we need an extra feature and then just asking it to add it and doing whatever. But once again, once you understand exactly how this system is built and deployed, you can pretty much build anything you want. So just scrolling all the way to the top of my Visual Studio Code right here, I'll just go through the first initial prompt that I sent through in order to build this CRM system. And then I'll pretty much just scroll through and just showcase some of the issues that I ran into when trying to build out this system, just in case you run into these issues as well and you need to get over them. But for the most part, it is just a back and forth process, helping Claude Code out with anything that it needs my help for, and then just providing suggestions to add things and then pretty much just walking through the deployment process. So initially, when I built this system, I said, can you please now build a fully functioning CRM system with a bunch of mock data for a mock company? I just want to demonstrate the ability for you to be able to build a completely running CRM system for me. Just create a contacts page, a companies page, and an analytics page for this CRM system web app as well. Please ensure that this system in which I can deploy to GitHub and then deploy to Railway, so this system can be actually used properly on the internet. Make sure that it is built with databases and everything that a typical CRM system would need. Thank you. So I was very straightforward as to exactly what I was looking for. I just told it to build a mock CRM for a mock company. Obviously, you can provide as much details as you want. I didn't provide it with any specifics. If you have already built an AI operating system that has a bunch of context about your business as well, probably be a lot easier for you to ask it to build out a CRM system, and it will probably use a lot of the data it already has to build out a pretty custom system. But anyways, that is pretty much all that I told it to do. So I would recommend telling it to use GitHub as well as to use Railway, just so that you are using these systems. Once again, I'll have the claude.md file right here of this diagram and all of the setup instructions. So you can just send this over to your Claude Code system and it will follow those instructions. So you probably don't even need to do this yourself anyway. So just scrolling down a bit, we'll just have a look at exactly what it was doing. So right away, it decided that it was going to use Next.js to build the system. Don't have to worry about that. That's just a popular coding system for CRMs and web applications. And then it built out a plan to build out all of the pages, put it on GitHub and deploy it on Railway as well. As I scroll through here, you can just see a lot of these writes that are going through. This is all just the code that it's writing in order to build out this system. So from that first prompt that I sent it, I'd say it took a couple of minutes to get to the first sort of endpoint. And pretty much it told me that it was now built and completed. You can see here, this is exactly what it came back with after it went through that prompt. Pretty much it's telling me that it is all ready to go, all set up and ready for deployment. Now after this, I did want to see if I could view the app actually right here on my computer locally, although it seemed to struggle with that just because it wanted a database URL from the internet. I wasn't too easily able to just run the CRM locally on my computer. So essentially, it gave me a couple of options as to how it could deploy it, so I could view it locally or just deploy it right away. I chose just to deploy it right away to GitHub and Railway, and it probably is just best to do this right away anyway, so that you can confirm that exactly how it's set up and built is all properly done, and that if you need to, you can have it deployed to Railway and GitHub as quickly as possible. So I just told it to deploy to GitHub and then Railway right now, and I just asked, can you access my accounts? This is a new Claude Code instance to GitHub and Railway. And so in order for it to connect to my accounts, I literally just told it, can you access my accounts, to then look into the accounts that are in the system, find out if it has my connection, and then ask me for any details if it needs to do that connection later. Scrolling down a bit, it found out that my GitHub was already connected. Once again, I've already connected GitHub to Claude Code through my computer before. It is actually incredibly easy to do. Pretty much if this wasn't connected, that would then just open in my Chrome. I would then just log in through my username and password, and then that would automatically connect itself and start running in Claude Code. So really, really easy. Anybody could do that. And when it came to the Railway connection, this was not yet installed in this current instance. And so it was going to ask me a couple of questions to get this installed. And then I just went through and followed some of the instructions that it gave me. Just follow along with what it says and you will be okay. It was just asking what the repository name would be on GitHub. This isn't very critical, but obviously whatever you want to name it, you can just ask it to name it something. I would 100% recommend making sure that this is set to private. This just means that it is only going to be locked to your account and only you can access it. If it is set to public, it means that it's essentially open source and anybody on the internet can start to access that code. So definitely set that to private. So you can see here that I told it to set it to private. For the second question, I just said, sure, this is fine. And then for the repository slug, which they call it, I just said demo CRM is perfectly good. Once I did this, everything was pretty much set up and ready to go. It's just the Railway connection. Took a couple of prompts back and forth in order to get this set up. But ultimately, there was one thing that I did have to do in order to get my Railway account connected. It wasn't very difficult. All I needed to do was just take this text right here, which says Railway login. And then what I needed to do is just right click at the top here where this sort of blank bar is on the tabs, right click and click new terminal. In here, I just copy and pasted that right away with the Railway login. If I send that through, you'll see it comes up with a prompt that says open the browser. Just make sure to do a capital Y. Once you do this, essentially it's going to open up a new browser tab with the Railway login system. Now, once you have connected your Railway account, this is Railway right here. It's kind of like a canvas tool, which has a couple of different nodes on your particular project for connecting into your accounts and databases and whatever. Once again, you don't have to tinker with this really too much at all. This is going to be done automatically through Claude. But just so you are aware, this is what Railway looks like, and this is how it's able to connect into these apps. Now, one thing that you may have to do if GitHub is struggling to connect, you can just come to your Railway project that it automatically created. All you need to do is just click on this, and then right here, you should see like a connection for your GitHub account. You will just have to click that connection button, log into your GitHub account, and then that should be good to go. Once that's done, it's got full connection across everything, so you don't have to do anything else. And if it fails like it did on my end, it's essentially going to read through all of these failed build logs, figure out what went wrong, and then it's going to fix that. It'll deploy it again. And then if it works, that's great. Otherwise, it's going to continue to look at what the issue might be. And then eventually it should deploy successfully. So that worked great once I had logged in through Railway. And then essentially I just hit one more wall, which is that Railway did require their $5 a month plan. This is only because I was running multiple projects on my account at this point. So if you are only going to be setting this up once for one project, you might not actually have to pay for the $5 a month plan. But if you are going to be using multiple projects, it will be $5 a month. It does obviously cost money in order to host applications on the internet. So $5 a month, hopefully that's not too bad. So once that account was connected and had full access to everything, it essentially just went through a bunch of to-dos in order to fully connect GitHub to our Railway system, as well as Claude Code right here to be able to have our application up and running. Once that completed, we got given this live URL right here, which if I click on this, you're now going to see the CRM system in which was deployed. And so at this point, I'm fully done. This is a fully deployed system on Railway in which I can now start to use. It has the database connected on Railway. If I just come back to the Railway setup right here, you'll see the Postgres node right here. Essentially, this is our database. So I click into this and I click into company right here. You can see the multiple different tables that we have here of data. So it is all working pretty good. After that was done, I just gave it a couple prompts in order to build out that mermaid diagram that I mentioned. But essentially at this point, it's fully deployed, it's fully running. And if I ever wanted to make changes to the application as well, that's incredibly easy. I can come here, I can tell it to make that change. It automatically has all the context on how it was built and deployed. So it would build and deploy it straight to that system as well. So just to prove the point, I'm going to tell it to please add a dark mode toggle to the CRM system if I send this through after a couple of minutes. All right, that is now done. We can see we've got a new link here. The dark mode toggle is at the bottom of the sidebar, and this is exactly what it does. So I can click into this app, we can then load it again, and we can see we do now have that dark mode button at the bottom left here. And if I click this, we can now get that dark mode tab, which is awesome. I can now click through some of these different tabs, and we can see that it was perfectly able to build out a dark mode feature, and everything is all looking pretty nice, and we can toggle between it and it works well. And it's obviously also now deployed live to that web app. So if we wanted to give this off to somebody, every change that we make, this is also going to be made live into this environment of the app. Just for my last note, I recently discovered that 90% of you watching right now are actually not subscribed to the channel at all. So if you could hit the subscribe button right now, that would be amazing. We've got a lot more Claude Code content just like this lined up in the next few days, so I don't want you to miss those videos. And if you do hit the subscribe button, you're going to get notified right away. Otherwise, if you do want to learn about 5 Claude Code skills that I genuinely couldn't live without, that I use every single day on Claude Code, check out this video right here where I go through those exact 5 Claude skills that I highly recommend you checking out. I think they're going to be incredibly useful for really anybody using Claude Code.